You've heard of North Korea, right? The isolated, secretive state? Well, what if I told you there was a North Korea of Europe? A country so paranoid, so bizarre, and so completely sealed off from the rest of the world that it earned this very nickname. And no, I'm not talking about some medieval kingdom. This was in the 20th century. So where and when was this place? We're talking about Albania. Specifically from the end of World War II until 1991. And the man behind the curtain, the architect of this isolation, was a dictator named Enver Hoxha. After World War II, like many Eastern European nations, Albania fell under communist rule. But Hoxha wasn't content just being part of the Soviet bloc. He was a hardcore Stalin plus kind of communist. In the beginning, he was best friends with Yugoslavia's leader, Tito. But then they had a falling out. So Hoxha broke off ties and cozied up to Stalin's Soviet Union. For a while, things were good. Soviet aid poured in. But then, in 1956, after Stalin died, his successor Khrushchev started to de-Stalinize and criticize his predecessor's brutal legacy. Hoxha was horrified. He accused the Soviets of being revisionists, of betraying true communism. So what did he do? He cut them off completely. His new best friend, Mao Zedong's China. For over a decade, China was Albania's lifeline. But then history repeated itself. When President Nixon visited China in 1972, Hoxha saw it as the ultimate betrayal. A communist leader shaking hands with the capitalist enemy number one. Unforgivable. And just like that, he severed ties with his last remaining ally. By the late 1970s, Albania was completely, utterly alone. Hoxha declared the country the world's first officially atheist state, destroying churches and mosques and persecuting believers. He banned foreign travel, beards, and even certain types of music. He was so consumed by paranoia, so convinced that the entire world, the Americans, the Soviets, the Yugoslavs, everyone, was plotting to invade, that he launched one of the strangest projects in modern history. He ordered the construction of bunkers, hundreds of thousands of them, concrete domes, big and small, designed to withstand a full-scale invasion. They were built everywhere, on beaches, in mountains, in city parks, in backyards. The country was practically bankrupting itself to build these things, pouring concrete while people struggled. There was roughly one bunker for every 4 Albanians. The invasion, of course, never came. For nearly 40 years, Hoxha held his country in a state of suspended animation, frozen in a Stalinist past while the rest of Europe moved on. It wasn't until his death in 1985 and the wave of revolutions that swept across Eastern Europe in 1989 that the spell was finally broken. In 1991, the regime collapsed, and Albania, blinking in the sunlight, slowly began to rejoin the world. Today, those tens of thousands of bunkers still dot the